What's poppin', peeps? Today we bring to you a new segment called Word Annihilation. Is where we go through these words in the English language and point out the trickery and harm they have on us, thus annihilating what was taught to us and seeing the truth. The purpose of word annihilation is to teach us how to look at these words on a different level, how to read properly, and read on a spiritual level. Today's word, we have great, spelled G-R-E-A-T. The root word of great is spelled M-A-G-N. The etymology of great from Old Saxon is pronounced grot, G-R-O-T. Old Frisian, the etymology comes from grat, G-R-A-T. West Germanic pronounces it grata, G-R-A-U-T-A. Dutch pronounces it groot, G-R-O-O-T. And the German pronounces it grob or grove, G-R-O-B. So these words, as we call today great, in those languages, it meant coarse or thick, which is a texture, right? And the definition of texture, feel, the appearance or consistency of a surface or substance. And that was back in the 14th century. So English comes along, Old English comes along, and spells it how we spell it today. Check out these definitions they got for it, right? They have big, tall, thick, stout, massive, and last but not least, coarse. They kept coarse in there, but notice how they moved it to the back. And when you transfer to Middle English from Old English, they throw coarse all out the way. You know, their name for great was called mickle. Shit, mickle, that's a stupid word. Sounds like pickle, but whatever. And then, but mickle, it meant great, right? And great, the definition of it then was just big and tall, right? Then during the transform of the Middle English to the modern English, they started to using what we use today very well. But they also kept big and tall as if they was talking about something material, right? And the non-material is when we say very well to somebody. Oh, you did a good job. You did a great job, a very well job, right? When you're speaking of non-material. Getting to the spelling of the word, right? G-R-E-A-T, right? You have the G and the R is the prefix, right? Now you can look up the prefix of GR. You'll get a bunch of different what they say the prefix is. You'll have gram. It's a prefix for gram. It's a prefix for Greece. It's Greece as the country. It's a prefix for you'll find a bunch of different shit. The suffix of great, right, is eat, right? And the definition of eat is to put food in mouth, chew it, and swallow it, right? We all know that shit. Now, when we go back to how we was taught how to read and shit, right? You would to go through the letter in the word and you would pronounce each of the letters. You would sound them out. That's how we teach how to read, supposedly. That's the proper way of reading. When these words was created, certain spirits went into these words. Now you have eat, right? You have that energy, that spirit of eat. What is going on when you eat? You put something in your mouth, you're chewing it and you're swallowing. Think about that spirit when you're pronouncing this. When you're pronouncing that word, when you're saying that word and thinking of how it is spelled, what we was taught the proper way or the right way, there's something that's feeding on your spirit, your soul, you not as a human, but you as a soul, as a spirit, as a star, as a sun, as a moon. Be mindful of what you say when you're thinking of how you were taught to say some of these words. When we're looking at the E and the A, right? The E and the A is the same letter, right? It's the same symbol. If you take an E and you turn it 180 degrees, you have an A. If you take that lowercase, we're speaking lowercase. If you take the lowercase a with the hook on the top and you turn it 180 degrees, doesn't matter if you turn it left or right, you're going to have an E. They tell us it's about 26 letters in the alphabet, but when we look at in these different forms, it's the same symbol, just modified. I feel, due to this type of knowledge, that word should not be pronounced great. That word should be pronounced great. Now, today we used great, and the definition of great today in today's definitions and dictionaries and whatever else, it means above normal or average. Very well. Now y'all see how it was used very, very well, being introduced as the definition of great. Now, just looking at the definition very well is being pushed to the end a little bit. We're gonna see what this means in about another 50 years if we be around to see it. You can spell great, I feel, many ways as long as you write the letters that you hear down. There's many ways of spelling A. You can spell it ATE, like, hey, I ate this, still eating, you still casting the eating in your mouth spell by saying, right? But these definitions, they say, well, it's spelled different, so it means something else. Okay, let's go with it. The definition of great is GRATE. Definition of that is to reduce. Like subtracting, y'all know what reduce means. But if you was to look up, just Google that word, you're gonna come across some cheese graters, right? Cheese graters. It's a cooking utensil. You're preparing something to eat, right? Going with the ATE. There's a different grate, also a sewer grate. Y'all know what a sewer grate, right? If you look at a cheese grate, you'll have different ways to shred cheese, to grate cheese. You'll have the little, you have some small holes, you have some bigger holes, and you'll have some slots. All right. If we look at a sewer grate, doesn't that kind of look like that a little bit? Just throwing that in there, that's just something extra, So, and I also have a word, like I said before, that this word should be pronounced greet, the definition of greet as well. Greet is give a polite word or sign of welcome or recognition to someone on meeting. Hello, my name is such and such, what's yours? What's up, dog? You greet somebody, whether you greet them on a good vibe or a bad vibe. It's up to you. My way of spelling great, right? GREIGHT. The suffix is the number, right? You take the number 8 and you turn it sideways. This is infinity sign. That's we all should know that by now. It's also the 9th number. Yeah, I know, some of y'all like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. We weren't taught how to count properly. We were in the beginning when we was in pre-K elementary school, from like the 4th or 5th grade maybe. We were counting with 0 being the first number. 0 through 9 is the first 10 numbers, right? If 9 is the 10th number, that means 8 is the ninth number. Did I say that right? Yeah. If 9 is the 10th number, 8 is the ninth number, right? So the number 8 means completion, right? But it also is infinity. Infinity means it doesn't end. It just continues to go. My definition of the way I just spelled great would be completed. You know, how are you doing? I'm great. Thinking about the way that I spell it, casting a non-lethal spell, but speaking growth, positivity, you know, positive vibes. I mean, saying that I'm complete, not complete as, you know, done, but I'm already looking at myself as being complete, right? Because they say that you're just supposed to envision where you want to be, you know, putting out that goodness. The meaning of great, you know, it began as a word to describe the feel of a texture, right? It's an adjective which describes the feel, the appearance, consistency of a substance. If you think about it, for real, like, it's really all up how the fuck you see shit, right? That's on you. So, you know, what you see as greatness, I may see as you being foolish or something. My question is, what is greatness to you? Thank y'all for growing with me. Mental reset on word annihilation. And remember, you all are stars, so shine like one.